Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm Austin Westfall. We do want to bring you the latest headlines of the day, including this one that broke. In a reversal of a decision made just 48 hours earlier, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin withdrew a plea agreement that would have taken the death penalty off the table for the man accused of orchestrating the 9/11 terror attacks, as well as two other defendants. The orchestrator, Khalid Shaikh Mohammad, allegedly oversaw the plot that led to the deaths of nearly 3,000 people in New York, D.C., and Pennsylvania. Mohammad has been held at Guantánamo Bay since at least 2006, following his capture in Pakistan in 2003. Let's discuss with Dan Caldwell. He's a distinguished professor of political science emeritus at Pepperdine University. Dan, thanks for joining us again. We had you on when the initial news broke about the plea deal being reached. Before we get into some questions, I want to show this statement from the Department of Defense. It's a little small, but I'll read what is quoted from Lloyd Austin here. He says that I have determined that, in light of the significance of the decision to enter into pre-trial agreements with the accused in the above referenced case, responsibility for such a decision should rest with me as the superior convening authority under the Military Commissions Act of 2009. Effective immediately, I hereby withdraw your authority in the above referenced case to enter into a pre-trial agreement and reserve such authority to myself. Effective immediately, in the exercise of my authority, I hereby withdraw from the three pre-trial agreements that you signed on July 31st, 2024 in the above referenced case. Given what we've heard from the DOD, Dan, what do you think has caused this sudden reversal?
I think well, there are really two things. One is the complexity of the charges and the prosecution of those accused of perpetrating the horrific events of 9/11. And then secondly is the reaction, I think, of the families as well as a number of elected politicians to the decision to allow for plea agreements that would preclude the death penalty of these three accused of perpetrating those horrific events of 9/11.
This will be welcome news to many 9/11 victim families, correct?
I think it will be mixed. I think on the one hand, it will be welcome in the sense that it opens the possibility of these three accused perpetrators being put to death. On the other hand, it prolongs the proceedings. These discussions concerning possible plea agreements have been going on since 2008. And I think that we're going to see years more of discussions about how these prosecutions proceed in the military tribunal.
Yeah, where does it go for Khalid Shaikh Mohammad from here? Is it confirmed now that there will be a death penalty trial, or as you've said, is it a little more complex than that?
Well, to use the military language, the chain of command for the military tribunals is first and foremost the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, then followed by the convening authority, who in this case was retired Army Brigadier General Susan Escalier, and Secretary of Defense Austin has removed her as the convening authority only for the 9/11 cases. She still will be the convening authority for other Guantanamo cases being considered. So I think the next step is up to Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin to decide how he will proceed with the military tribunals, and I would assume that he would appoint another convening authority.
You know, I bet if you asked most Americans, they would think Osama bin Laden was the one who orchestrated the attacks. Can you distinguish between bin Laden's role and Mohammed's role, please?
I think that Osama bin Laden was the ultimate decider, but that Khalid Shaikh Mohammad was really the one who organized and I think perpetrated the 9/11 attacks. So they worked very closely together and Khalid Shaikh Mohammad was not only in charge of 9/11, but he was involved in a number of other cases. The foiled attempt to blow up 12 liners in Asia, the murder of Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl, as well as several other terrorist events, the bombings in Bali, Indonesia, for example.
He was obviously a member of Al-Qaeda, and I want to ask, where does Al-Qaeda stand today? Is it the same organization that we talked so much about in the early or in the 2000s?
No, I think during the period since the attacks in the United States of September 11th, 2001, the United States and its allies have acted, I think, very decisively to weaken Al Qaeda. And of course, it's been replaced by other terrorist groups, for instance, ISIS. But Al Qaeda itself is a much weakened group than it was in September of 2001.
You're following this story closely, I know. What are you going to be looking for next? Where does this story go from here about Mohammed specifically?
Well, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin does, because the complexities of this case are really numerous and very deep. And I think the fundamental tension is between following the rule of law and also just the normal judicial process and dealing with counterterrorism and security. And one of the central questions is whether confessions and informations obtained under torturing the accused are allowed in the judicial process. So I think that's going to be a key question for the future.
All right, Dan, we'll leave it there for now. As always, we appreciate your time. Take care.
You're welcome.
Let's slide away for a quick break. We're back in 2 minutes.